All right, so StreamYard says that we're live. Now I just gotta wait for YouTube to let Vipe Nation know that I'm live, and we will be doing it again. Oh, what? Nope, 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 not yet, not yet, not yet. Nope, 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 nope. That was Twitter. Nope. All right, YouTube. Anytime today, YouTube. Anytime today, YouTube. You want to let the people know that I'm live, so I can officially begin this podcast. Um, See, we got some people out there. Janoson's in the cut. Trent Marshall, John Michelle. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? YouTube still has not let the people know that I'm live yet. I don't understand the delayed notification. Kind of irk me, man. We got people on the clock here. Time is money. And I'm still waiting for YouTube to let people know that I'm live. But I'm not going to wait too much longer because I don't want to hold my man Thunder E up. But hey. And there it is. All right. So now the entire Vibe Nation knows that I'm live, so I can officially begin. So I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I was not expecting to be back here tonight, but being the position that I'm in, I'm pretty flexible with people, and I'm always going after people to be on the podcast. So when you go after these busy people and you get something unexpected happen like tonight where Edabon's like, yo, I'm available, we can do it tonight. I'm like, cool, let's go. So we here. Let's get to the introduction and bring my man Booredatwork in here. So this one is special for me personally because my man, the Colonel, is invading VypDrive. Episode 55 starts now. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and welcome back to another episode of VypDrive. This is the podcast about tech, hosted by the man about tech. And tonight, I have one of the special ones. I have one of the OGs of tech YouTube. I have the Colonel Edabon Thunder E board at work. So let's stop wasting time and bring in my man, Mr. Booredatwork. What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, man? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining me, man. I'm doing good, man. I've been trying to get you locked down, but like I said, it's hard to get people locked down, but I am glad that you got the time to join me tonight. So thank you very much, bro.
No problem. Thanks for having me. I know I've said I would jump on a couple of times last year. Just got busy at the end of the year. So when you hit me up today, I was like, you know what? Look, let's just do it today because I've got some time.
I appreciate it. I mean, like I said, I know how busy you guys get, though, man. I know that you guys can't always stop what you're doing, but I appreciate you. But the first thing I want to ask you, I think I've asked you this before, but since it's the podcast and I don't know who's listening, I got to ask you again. It's like a stupid, it seems like a stupid question, but I got to ask anyway. The name Booredatwork, how did you come up with it?
Booredatwork, it's very simple. I've been on YouTube for about almost 10 years, actually more than 10 years now.
Wow.
But I also started off with websites in about 2007. And I started the website Booredatwork with an ex-girlfriend simply because we were bored at work. That's it.
Wow.
And we wanted something to do. We wanted something fun that we could try. And back then, if you remember internet back then, it was Wild West. There were so many websites for different things. So we figured, look, we might as well just, make our own. And that's how it started.
So did you ever have the thought of maybe like changing the name from Booredatwork, or you just like stuck with it and you're going to stick with it for now on too? I think we're having some technical difficulties with my man Booredatwork. But yeah, I just think it's interesting that he came up with the name Booredatwork, but he never changed the name. He kept the name Booredatwork. So I'm just curious what made him stick with that particular name, which I will ask him when we get our technical difficulties sorted out. But yeah, man, this is gonna be exciting because good mention the conversation. Like he said, he's been on YouTube for over 10 years. So he's one of the true OGs of the platform. And he has built a successful business on YouTube doing tech videos about all types of tech, all types of brands and things like that. So I'm very fortunate and excited to have this conversation with my man Thunder E, because like I said, this dude been around. He's been around for a while. So I think what's going on. Okay. I can't hear you. Cannot hear you at all. And I do not have your mic muted. Still working out the kinks, people. All right, here we go. Okay, I hear you now.
Okay, good, good, good. Apologies. This is why wireless audio can be a little annoying. When the battery dies, you got to switch to your wired option.
There you go.
Yeah. So anyway,
So,
apologize for that. Let's get back. What was the question you had again?
so before we lost a connection, I was asking you about the name Board of Work. Do you plan on like? I'm just curious. Did you ever plan on changing the name, or are you just sticking with the name, or?
Yeah, I mean it's a name that is stuck. It's been catchy. It's one of those where I remember early on YouTube and also with my website, you go to a meeting and the company is like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "Board at Work," and like, that's a funny name. It always sticks, right? It's a brand that has helped me well and has grown. So when border, if even if you don't know who I am or you don't remember my face, you will remember the name. And for me, that's always important.
Absolutely, man. I think especially being a part of YouTube and being in the tech space, branding and name is key. Like you said, for people to remember who you are and what you do and things like that.
Hmm.
So I think the last time I talked to you, you told me about how you started off doing like comic book videos or talking about comics and things like that. But at some point, you made the transition over to technology and things like that. So how did that come about?
So it's a mixture of both. On the site way back 2007, I was putting just stuff I love. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm a techie, I'm a comic book head. So it was that mixture. And then YouTube early on, I mean, there still was a lot of tech, but I did everything. So that's where the kernel was born as well. Early on in YouTube, I did a lot of like just comic book movie reviews as much as I could. And when things started kind of simmering down and then fighting into categories, tech has been my thing for a while. So I kind of stuck with tech. I still was doing a lot of comic book trailer reactions till about 2 years ago. And when YouTube was like, look, you're a tech guy, stay in your lane type of thing, I was like, all right, I just got to do it. I just got to cut it off.
Definitely. Um. So now you are a full-time tech content creator, but it seems like maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like your content these days is more mobile gaming focused. So what led you down that path?
YouTube. I mean, just at least YouTube and what people are looking for. So the one thing that a lot of people need to understand with the way YouTube is, it's it's always changing, um, and it's changed the most in the last 5 years.
Yep.
Before 5 years ago, YouTube was I mean, the algorithm was kind of the same. And then 5 years ago, we started just having different changes almost every year or even twice a year where the algorithm just changes. But the one thing you've noticed YouTube is YouTube really wants you to stick in your lane. It's what do you do best?
Yep.
So, I spent a lot of 2018. If anyone goes back to check my content then, there was a lot of stuff. I had a podcast I did for 5 years that I ended. I also was doing a lot of the trailer reactions. And the funny thing was, when you looked at it, some of my trailer reactions did really well, but those guys never transitioned to watch any of my tech content,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
And also, since I'm a gamer, I said, look, um, I sat down with some friends, some other YouTube buddies, and we just kind of looked at it and said, okay, look, what's the best thing for me to do, right? What's the best kind of content? What do people want to watch? Because at the end of the day, it's about what people are going to watch from you rather than what you're just putting out there. And we looked at it and we're like, look, your gaming stuff always kind of does well. And I decided that instead of me going out, when we get briefed on a new phone and I go out and I drop a hands on, look, let's be honest, we do a hands on. You can ask the guys in the chat, and please, guys, answer this, right? There's a hands on video of the new Galaxy phone that comes out between say, let's go Judna, Marquez, myself, Saf, Mr. Mobile, David Kogan, all these people. I'm going to be ranked at the bottom for you to watch my hands on. You're watching Marquez's fest. That's just the way it is. So why play dumb? Why not play smart and go, I'm not going to offer the hands on because there's so many hands on videos anyway. I might as well offer what I know how to do best, game. Granted, I still die a lot while I'm gaming, but it's different kind of content for you to watch. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna go out and do my gaming videos first because people would love to see that, especially after they watch a hands-on video.
It's very interesting that you have focused on mobile gaming because as we become a more and more mobile people, mobile gaming is coming more and more to the forefront. I find it like I think of my if we would have had the same conversation maybe a year or two ago, I would have found it strange that you decided to do mobile gaming instead of focusing on like home consoles like the PlayStation or Xbox. But now knowing the way that the world and technology is moving about and knowing it the way I know it now, I can understand why you're focused more on mobile gaming because we constantly have our phones in our pockets. We're constantly on the go. So mobile gaming is moving more and more to the forefront, and you're right there, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to. And if you look at it this way, also think about it. Besides just mobile games, right? Within the next 2 3 years, game streaming is going to be big.
Yes,
Whether you're streaming Stadia, you're using Project X Cloud, you're using GeForce Now, you're using Steam Link. There's so many options out there. We're going to be playing games on any platform everywhere. So I might as well just jump on that market early and see what I can do to give people content they're looking for in the first place.
seriously. I like you said. When it comes to mobile gaming and things that are happening in the mobile gaming landscape, you are it. You are there. But I'm curious to get your thought on Stadia. What is your experience with Stadia? What do you think about Stadia, and what do you think about the possibilities in the future of Stadia?
Okay. Before I do that, I want to give a few shout outs to just a few people on the chat. Just some people who've just said some nice things, like Michael Pepper, Tech Talk, says he's been watching me from the get go. So I appreciate it, man. Thank you for watching. Also, Sean. Sean is I know Sean. He's been on there for a while. Of course, GameSkis in the chat as well. So just everybody, thank you seriously, because I would not be doing any of this stuff without you. The encouragement, the criticism, the support, and just pinpointing different things that say, hey, look, you're doing a good job, or you need to improve here. Like for me, it's just a big thank you to everyone. So that's all I just got to say quickly.
Like, what's up, man? That's legit.
Yeah, but before that, before I finish that, Stadia, yes, we're talking about what do I think. I think Google has a beta piece of software. That's just pretty much it. It's gotten better. I'm going to do a follow-up video of my 30 days with Stadia sort of thing. Stadia versus Project X Cloud. My problem is Google tried to rush in something for the holidays, thinking they could capitalize by launching this holiday because Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 are coming next holiday. And
Right.
of course, there's going to be Nintendo Switch Pro in between there. And they're going, if we jump in early, we can get in and do different things. And I think what was most astonishing is that Microsoft, with its first beta, is felt much better, offered more games than what Stadia has. Now, for me, Stadia has improved. I mean, it used to be really laggy. Now it's not so much. And then, it's been playing better. But again, game pricing is also a big issue for me. I mean, the original Tomb Raider was about $45 on Stadia, which I can buy on Steam, on Xbox for like $15. I'm like, why am I paying this? I can't recommend this to anyone,
Right.
because you're giving me an old game for expensive amount of money. And then this holiday period, they didn't have any of the new games. There was no there was no new Star Wars. There was no Call of Duty on there. There was nothing big enough new that for me to go, oh, okay, sure, yeah, I want to play Call of Duty. I can now play it anywhere, because Stadia allows me that freedom, but didn't have it. So to me, it's typical Google, the land of beta software, where eventually they might just go, we're done.
Okay, so I have not experienced Stadia yet, but from my understanding, you could play it either on your phone, a PC, or a Chromecast, or whatever. So, in your experience, what is the best way to experience Stadia?
So Stadia allows you to play on your TV via Chromecast Ultra. Right now, it's not just any Chromecast Ultra. You have to buy a specific one, and that's the only way you can get into Stadia for now. Even though there's a free version coming up, once you have that, you can also play on your Pixel devices. No other phones except Pixel. And if you're
Mhm.
doing that, you must be wired. Your controller must be wired to your Pixel.
Wow.
That's the other thing. Um, because they want to reduce latencies. I understand where they're going with. And then you can play on your Chrome browser on any device. So
Mm.
be it your laptop, your MacBook, your PC, and your Chromebook. I'm not sure about an iPad. I have to try that out to see if it actually will work, but it's just something to take note. My best experience has been on my desktop PC using Chrome. On my Chromebook, it's been okay. But the weird thing also is that even though you can play it anywhere, there's only one place you can buy games. If you want to buy new games, you have to go back to your phone and buy a game. So even if you're playing on your desktop and you're like, oh, I want to check out Mortal Kombat, you got to find your phone, pick it up, and then buy the game there. So it's a bit convoluted. It's a bit convoluted, but I
Yeah.
guess they'll slowly get there.
Yeah, that definitely does seem convoluted. Yeah, that's kind of nutty. You, it's funny that you. I don't know. I guess it's not funny. I was gonna say kind of interesting that you say that the desktop PC gave you your best experience, but I'm guessing your desktop PC is hardline into the internet, so that probably makes sense.
So I actually tried on. I have two desktop PCs. One's hardline, one's Wi-Fi. Both of them worked well.
Okay.
Over. Initially it was the hardwired one, but the other ones on Wi-Fi worked well. So, uh, Chrome on PC was my best experience. But some people, it's different for people left and right. So, again, the experience is not uniform yet.
Right. So I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask the question anyway. PlayStation or Xbox?
Xbox.
Oh, I was not expecting that answer. Okay. Thought you were a PlayStation guy, but okay, cool.
All right, I'll give you my history of PlayStation.
Okay.
I'm a mini PlayStation hater, not because of Xbox. Has nothing to do with Xbox. Has not. So a lot of people are who are PlayStation haters come from that Xbox camp. I'm an old school PlayStation hater from the Nintendo camp, like
Oh.
aka N64 days, Super Nintendo. Like so I didn't have a Super Nintendo. I had a Nintendo growing up, right? My
Mhm.
best friend next door had a Super Nintendo, so I used to go to his place all the time to play games. Um, when the PlayStation came out, I was like, he doesn't have like the Mario's, none of that stuff. But he still had a PlayStation, so I would go there and I would play a few games. I played Final Fantasy 7 was really the only game that I really truly played on PlayStation. And then when he moved to when I heard N64 was coming, I was like, yo, Nintendo's gonna beat PlayStation. It's gonna be over. And the N64 came out. I was a bit disappointed, but I lied to myself. I was like, it's the best thing ever, man. This is the best thing ever. I stuck to it hands down. I was like, this is my thing. And and then PlayStation 2 came out and the GameCube came out. I bought the GameCube at launch. I
Wow.
owned the GameCube. I was like, no way. I waited for Resident Evil 4. That's the game that really shone on the GameCube. And I was like, this is why GameCube is the best. And no PlayStation. I didn't care. I mean, like Microsoft for me was not really a thing at that time, right?
Right.
And so I mean I started playing PC games because Nintendo could not satisfy my need and I refused to switch over to PlayStation. I was like, no, I am not doing this at all. So that's why I own a PlayStation. I have a PlayStation now,
Mhm.
and I enjoy PlayStation for single player games. I mean, like God of War is fantastic,
Yes.
Spider-Man is,
Oh yeah.
Uncharted stuff is. Those are great games. But when I want to play multiplayer, I go to Xbox. As
Oh
much
hell
as
yes.
yeah, as much as people would talk about it, for me, I go to the Xbox for multiplayer and a few games. Like I'm a Gears fan. I love Gears. I love the Halo franchise as
Halo
well.
baby. Yes.
Yeah, so for me, it's. But now that I can afford to, and I have the ability to play all around, I'm actually that's why I'm happy for streaming, so I can just play on my phone. I don't have to stress myself and be like, I gotta pick this one and pick that one in the first place.
So I'm a kind of an Xbox guy myself because I think we all know that Microsoft Xbox Live is 1,000 leagues better than PlayStation Network,
Hmm.
just for security and connectivity and things like that. But nobody can deny that this generation, the PlayStation has had more exclusive titles worth anything the Xbox and practically had no exclusive titles this generation. I'm hoping that changes with the Xbox Series X, but they're not having any exclusives for the first whole year the system existed. So a little shaky there, but
I mean, I think Microsoft will. I mean, they bought enough studios, so
oh
they. I
yeah,
mean, last year and the year before they bought studios, and those studios have not released anything.
right.
That's key. So I think we're going to see more exclusive titles there. I mean, for me, which is fine. Like, I just want to be able to get that PC experience on on my desktop. Like I said, I've got two PCs. I just finished building my main gaming rig, which is a Threadripper 2 with 64 gigs of RAM, GTX 2080 Ti. I can play anything on there. Custom water cooled. So I've become that PC gamer where I'm like, I would like to just sit down on my TV and get something close enough to that level of fidelity.
No doubt. I mean, if you are a PC gamer, then Xbox is definitely where you want to be because you got the Windows Universal thing going on over there. So whatever is on your Xbox, you can play on your PC or whatever mobile. So yeah, that's where you want to be. But I find it kind of interesting that you said that you're more of an Xbox guy because you're a PlayStation hater. But when I think about things that you hate on Thunder E, it usually rhymes with toot. You know, we talking about Apple. I always see you on Twitter. You hate on Apple.
I'm sorry, man. I'm not.
You're
sheep.
just anti-Apple.
I am just not sheep. I mean, that's just the way it is.
I need to know where the beef come from. What happened there? What's going on with that?
Okay, so my problem with Apple stems a long way. A lot of Apple fans are, at least a lot of people now who are in tech cover Apple are much younger. I may look young, but I'm not as young as I may look. Is the fact that the early days of Mac and Mac OS was very limited. Apple put you in a square box. I mean, it's a little bit more open now, but Apple really put you in a box where this is how you do things. And that's the same way I feel with the iPhone. The iPhone, remember, early days of the iPhone, there's a lot of jailbreaking so you can get your own stuff there. That's what I don't like. At its core, I don't like when you tell me I cannot do something. That's just takes me out of it, out of the equation of owning the device. Now, I will give credit to where credit's due. Like this year, 2019, Apple has the best camera on the smartphone. I can't lie. There's just nothing to lie about. Like, it's all around, it's solid. They did a fantastic job. But the OS to me is still like janky. I'm sorry. Like, just the ability for me to pin my application anywhere on the screen, I can't. It has to be in a set grid. I mean, come on. Like, this is 2020. We're still doing little stuff like that. Even the menu system in the settings is all over the place. I'm glad that the camera settings are now finally in the camera. You don't have to switch over. But for crying out loud, that took almost 7-8 years for that to happen.
Yep.
So that's where I come with Apple with that stuff. And when people say Apple makes the best piece of tech, it's just bogus, man. I'm sorry. Apple makes good enough tech like anybody else at the same price point. That's just it. If you buy, people will compare Mac and PC. They're like, oh, PCs die. I'm like, yeah, because you bought $500 PC. There are no $500 Macs. If you bought a PC at the same price, it will last you just as long. And in terms of software updates, PCs have longer software updates. Look, at Windows 7 just ended its cycle. Apple just cut you off right that. So, I mean, I get it. I call it, look, it's for the lazy-minded. I'm sorry, the people who are Apple fans out there. I'm just saying, like, if you're lazy and you don't want to think, sure, that's the OS for you, and that's the ecosystem for you. If you want to be free and, join the people of Singala, then yeah. I mean, like, that's the way to go. I'm just saying, it's very, very different.
Join the people who think, "God, here we go."
I see Zach is in here.
Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah, how's it going, Zach? I saw him at the TCL event.
Yeah, he didn't recognize you at first. It took him a while.
It's all good, though. It's all good. I know he felt bad. I was like, that's fine, man. I get it. Like, sometimes, you see people, and then, when you see them in person, you're like, I don't think this is the same person. So, but it was cool though. It was good. It was good to see him. It was good to see everybody out at CES 2020. Hopefully, you will see you there next year, huh?
I'm trying like hell, man. I was trying to get a sponsor this year, but nothing came through. So hopefully next year I'll be out there. But speaking of CES, you were there as you just stated. saw your videos. I know you were talking about the big monstrosity Samsung curved display. You were also talking about some of the you were before we get into anything, you
Mhm.
put on the exoskeleton. So tell me about your experience putting on the mech.
That was pretty cool. So my best experience at CES was from Delta Airlines.
Mm-hmm.
That I think they had the best CS overall. Samsung TV was cool. The monitor is fantastic. I want to use it, but experience at CES, I mean, the whole booth. So when I got to use the exoskeleton, it was funny because they had people lifting 50-pound weights. So I get there, I was like, can we switch to the 100-pound weight? Because I was like, it was like a small briefcase. I was like, it's small, and if I lift it, people might think that it's just me lifting and not like the Mac. And the
Right.
guy's like, no, no, don't worry. Like you see how it is. So he sets it up, and he activates it and says, okay, we're not going to use any of the max resistance. You're going to have to lift it yourself. So I lifted it, and I could hold it maybe about a 45-degree angle, and I'm holding it, and I quickly drop it down. I mean, it's still 50 pounds. Like even if
Mm.
I was curling 50 pounds, it's heavy. And he says, okay, now we're going to activate it, and you can lift it. And I lifted it up, and I swear to God, it felt like me holding my cell phone and just doing this. That's how light it felt. The funny thing, I was telling friends, I was like, it's not that it was light. Actually, I could quantify the weight. You were like, what do you mean it felt like a cell phone? I was like, it really felt like I was holding this in weight. So the whole idea of them, allowing you to use your Mac, to lift luggages, to change parts in the plane that are broken, that whole experience, they didn't let me walk around in it because I would have just walked around CES and be like all over the place. But it was a cool experience. But the other thing that they meant that I got to try out was something called parallel reality, which
Yes.
is their new um in airport hub.
Mm.
So the idea is you get to an airport and you're looking at the board for your flights. You see that long list. Sometimes you got to wait for it to switch over and stuff like that.
Right.
This system, when you walk into the airport, you look at the board, the only information it shows is your information just to you, no
That's
one
crazy.
else.
That is crazy.
So even if people are standing next to you, so I did like a short video on Twitter where myself, Saf, and Daniel were standing, and the only way you can see the other person's information is if you are directly behind, and I mean directly by maybe 2 feet behind, maybe, because if you step back a little bit more, then it's your information again. So you have to be really close to the person to see that person's info, and they can do it in different languages. So the way the tech works is, once you come into the airport, there are cameras above head, and the cameras take an image of your shape, not your face, just your physical shape. It
Mm-hmm.
marks that shape as a person or an individual, or gives it a number or whatever. But once you scan your boarding pass, that now ties the shape and you together as one.
Mm. Nice.
So anytime you go to a board, now they didn't tell us how the board lets you look at one image per person, because they were like, there's some proprietary tech there. But once you look at the board, you just see your stuff. Now, some people were telling me like, hey, look, I've got like my mobile device and stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's true. Number one, signals are terrible at airports.
Yes.
Number two, not everybody uses that. So a lot of mobile apps are terrible for most airlines. And if you think about it, if you're traveling internationally, you're going to Germany, you don't speak German. You walk up, it says, hey, your gate, B15, arrow points that way. And also here, this is the way to all the restaurants. You don't have to ask anyone. You don't have to be that, traveler that goes like, excuse me, do you speak English? And, all that kind of stuff. And it's nice. And they're actually going to start testing it in Detroit Airport sometime this year. I don't know when, but this year.
Oh, they're testing that this year. Nice. Okay.
Hmm.
But yeah, that is pretty cool, like you said, because when you're trying to use your cell phone at an airport, that's a no go. You're surrounded by thousands of cell phones, and they're all vying for the same signals, and it's like a traffic jam. So
Yeah.
having technology like that board in place, so you can see your own proprietary information, is legit. Especially if it works as well as you say it works. That's craziness.
Yeah, I mean, it worked really well. It was really cool because we were just looking and we're like, wow, this is great. Because we all went in and they gave us different languages to pick from. and you could see your information in a different language. So it's great for that. It's great for even like senior citizens traveling, and they don't feel uncomfortable, like so many different things there. Then the other thing, like Delta had a few things that they showcased. One that I think was really cool that's coming quicker is, you're flying on a plane, you're watching a movie, the movie's 2 hours long, and you've watched an hour 30 minutes, you're landing in 5 minutes, and you're like, man, I wish I could finish this movie because it's not out yet, or you're not going to get it, or what have you. Now you can finish the movie on the app, Delta app, because it
Mm,
will let you finish the movie within 24 hours.
nice.
So just little things like that, that like as a customer, you're like, okay, that's cool. They said it will give you the ability to start watching 24 hours before you leave and 24 hours after you land at your location.
Oh wow,
So you can start watching content before you leave, and then continue to your hotel or something.
that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Especially for people that travel a lot. Absolutely, continuation of whatever you're watching on the plane. That's legit.
Hmm.
So Samsung, they had a somebody was talking about a TV that Samsung had that allows you to it was a big TV, but it was mostly whatever was on that actual TV display. But on a separate part of the TV, it allows you to cast your smartphone display on that same TV display. So you
So
can
it's the new Q950, which is this year's QLED models, will allow you to do that. So you can actually cast your cell phone to just basically one side of the TV, and have your content there while you're watching TV at the same time.
did you see that at the theater?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They demoed it. I mean, it's something that I don't think everybody will use, but it's in like, hey, look, if you're I guess maybe if you're doing multiple things and you already have like the TV on, you kind of just want that information up there, or YouTube video, or even maybe if YouTube actually, maybe like you're watching stuff on TikTok, right? And you want to share that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
instead of you like passing your phone around, you can just go like, all right, there it is. You guys can watch that kind of thing. So
Hey man, you talking to the dude that's trying to get picture in picture on iPhone because they seem like allergic to putting it on iPhone. So I'm all
see your
about that
people,
life.
man. Your people, man. See
I
how it
know,
is?
man.
Like
I know.
they keep you in a closed box, and then you look
Ridiculous,
outside.
man.
You start looking outside, you all get thirsty. You're like, oh my god, oh no.
No. Let me tell you why it's like extra frustrating though. Because the technology is already on iOS. It's on iPad OS because iPads have picture in picture. But for whatever reason, they refuse to bring it to iPhone. And I don't get it.
Screen side. Apple would look. Apple's the company that when they took out the headphone jack, and mind you, I'm still pissed, and I will blame Samsung too for following suit, taking off the headphone jack. But Apple Apple's excuse for taking out the headphone jack was for courage. That's
Uh-huh.
what they said. How
Uh-huh.
dare you say such trash and tell me you're a forward thinker company, and then they make trash headphones in the first place and charge people $249 for it.
Whoa. Calm down, buddy. Calm down. I know you're not calling AirPod Pro trash. You don't know. We gotta pause the
Ah,
podcast. What are you talking about?
ah, I just angered Viper a little bit
What is going on here,
because
man?
you you wasted your money. You should have bought the
Oh,
Stonys anyway.
bullshit.
You
Not
should
at
have bought the
all.
Stonys. You should have bought the Jabra
Listen, listen,
75Ts. You
listen,
should have
son.
bought the Soundcore. I could name.
I
I could keep
had the
naming.
Sony. Okay.
I would keep naming. I will drag them out for you. Look, let's put it this way, right? AirPods Pros are good.
Airport.
Okay, they're good. They're good. They're just not worth $249. Simply put, they're a
Woo.
good pair of headphones. I'm not discounting that part. The price that you pay for them is not even worth it at all. Sound quality, it's about maybe $120. Yeah.
I keep trying to tell you all it's about more than sound quality, though.
No. Sound quality is the microphones. Yes, there are many that have good microphones out there. I've got a video coming out that I would just stay tuned to the weekend, jump on the channel, you see what I'm going to put out there. But microphone quality, yeah, the noise cancellation, there's so many that are better. It's good, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but look at the whole package, it's not worth $249.
You know
if
what?
if Apple charge you 150 for it, I'm cool with that. 170 is fine. 249, get the hell out of here, come on.
Listen, man. if you're an Apple user or you're in the Apple ecosystem, they're absolutely worth $249 and then some.
No,
But
no,
if
no, no, no. See, again, going back to the point, you're in the walled garden, you think that's what you need in the ecosystem. That is not true. There are many options out there.
no, no,
There
no,
are
it's
many.
not about what you need. It's about what works best with your workflow. And AirPod Pro, if you are in the Apple ecosystem, they work best with your workflow. And at that point, they are worth $249 because they come with all these different features and things, and they simultaneously pair with all your Apple devices. So yes, based off of features and
I mean,
convenience.
if you've got all those Apple devices, but there are so many people who don't. That's the thing, right?
Okay,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, there are people who just have an iPhone. Like that's it. They
right,
don't have an iPad, but yet they're like, I know I've got to get it. And I saw a stat which, which it made sense. Apple's number one in true wireless with
right.
58 million.
Mm-hmm.
I think Android Central, Android Authority, one of those guys put it up, followed by Xiaomi at 18 or 19 million. And then Samsung came in third at like 13 or 15 million. I can't remember the amount. But they were just talking about how that whole thing. And again, it's the Apple culture. I know people who bought the original AirPods because another Apple person has them, not because they wanted or needed. It's the oh man, but like I gotta be part of that crew. Like my crew is running with it. Which I mean, look, I I won't chastise anyone. I still will call it stupid because to me, you buy stuff that you either want yourself or need, not as we like to say back home. It's called long throat. Long throat means jealousy of looking at somebody else and you can't afford it,
Oh hell
and then
no!
you go
Oh
buy
hell no! You are not gonna
it.
sit there and tell me that Android fanboys buy AirPods because they want to feel included. Get out of here with that garbage. Come on, bro.
I'm just telling you human behavior, man. That's just
Android
it.
fanboys have no reason to buy AirPods, yet they buy them year over year. Why? Because they want to be like Apple people? Come on, no, 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 no.
No, I mean Android people don't need to buy this. I don't know what
Exactly, but they
I
do
don't
though. But they buy
I don't know
them,
what the percentage is. I have no idea what the
right?
percentage is. I'm sure this is still a sizable amount. And those guys are stupid too. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna call it as it is. Look, I'm not here to mince words and say that it's this or that. It's like, look, you gotta be practical, right? Is I see it a certain way. I like headphones, I like audio quality, and for me, the AirPods just do not come close to what I like.
See, the problem with
Are
this
they good?
conversation is that you're
Yes.
an audiophile and you're in the minority when it comes to like buying headphones and things like that. Because the AirPods are not as bad as you're making them out to be, dude. Yeah, they might not have the top tier sound quality that the other
No, no.
earphones that.
See, remember when I said they were crap, right? I compared them to other true wirelesses that are out there. I wasn't even talking about wired headphones.
No, no,
I
that's what I'm
said,
saying. Right.
yeah, I said, look, you can go out there and get the Jabra 75T. Those are solid. Those are really, really good. You can get Soundcore. I mean, Soundcore stuff at 159, 120, and even the $99 stuff is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Amazon Echo Buds, except they're a bit more basic than I like, but those are good also. And those are 120. I mean, like there's so many. I'm just saying that forget what I like. In the market of what people are looking for, there's a lot to go.
Oh,
And we can go on about this, and I can make fun of Apple continually if you want. Just let
and
me
you can be
know.
wrong if you want, but it's okay though. It's okay. But all right, I think it's time. I think we chatted long enough. I got to go back to something we almost touched on earlier.
Okay.
You were talking about the kernel in Singala and the origin of the kernel. So let's talk about because the kernel to me is one of the coolest YouTube alter egos I've ever come across in my life. One of my favorites. So I'm interested. How did you come up with the kernel? Like, where did that come from exactly?
So before I started YouTube, I used to work in healthcare. I used to work in a hospital. I was a
Mm.
microbiologist, um, and one of my coworkers for Christmas bought me a pair of Ray-Bans. It was like, Merry Christmas here. So I put them on. And he looked at me. He's like, "Man, you look like an African dictator." That was just it. And I was like, "Okay." We laughed about it. And when I started thinking of, it's like back then, YouTube was the Wild West. You did anything and tried different things to get viewers, views, attention, all that stuff. So if people go back and check, my first video I did with the Colonel, my roommate at the time, he was a casting director in Boston. I used to live in Boston, and we're like, all right, I need something fun to do different. And the Motorola Zoom tablet had come out. I
Mm.
just got it. So we said, let's do a video of me as a dictator with the Motorola Zoom. So the idea with that video was basically, um, I'm talking about the different features of the device, but using the kernel as it. So one, I said, the Motorola Zoom is great, it's fantastic because now you can use, because Skype was the only thing you could use for video chat then, right? On Android, it was like, I was like, you can use Skype, so I can call my banker and steal funds from people in my country, stuff like that. And then that was also the first device I had Google Maps on a tablet.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I love the big screen because you can use Google Maps to find my enemies in the jungle, so I can bomb them. Stuff. So literally, it was that kind of stuff. So I did that video, and I mean, it did whatever it did at the time. But it was fun. Like, I really enjoyed doing the video. So I did another one where Motorola again sent me a device, and the colonel did a raid into my apartment to steal it so he can do an unboxing. So I did like a fake raid into my place with my camera coming in. Then we now did a video where my roommate, at the time, he played the colonel's assistant, and we made it like the TV show The Office,
Mm-hmm.
where he would go to a corner and he would give an interview about working for the colonel, and I would just boss him around. So it was me, and there's this my roommate, he's white, so it's this white dude talking about how the colonel is great, but he suffers all the time, and I just so, like I said, it was videos like that. It was a lot of silly Colonel videos like that. I mean, it's up there on the channel. If you check Colonel Singala, you should find it. Um, and then I did my Valentine's Day video the first time where I was in the bathtub. And the funny thing is, I think it was so last year I did the second one, 2018. I can't remember what it was. We were talking about people and acting, and Michael Fisher's done some acting, and Danny Wingate, we're at dinner. I can't remember what brand we were having dinner with, but Danny goes, "Bro, you need to put this out." He showed it to everyone. He's like, "We need a new version of this video with the colonel in the bathtub." So I was like, "All right, I'll do again." And I've been trying to incorporate the colonel here and there. It's just that it's a bit more difficult when YouTube now wants you to be more narrowed, and I could just be the kernel and my channel just becomes the kernel channel, or I can try and find ways to integrate the kernel into different things in bites that it's entertaining and not it's not silly. Also, again, it's not easy coming up with kernel skits. It's
I don't know, man. You make it sound so natural, man. I was watching the Super Snap collab. I think it was like your favorite smartphone or best smartphone of the year, and everybody's doing it like run of the mill. Oh, I like this phone. And here you are, hey, what's up, that D? I like the Galaxy phone. I can look at myself and why? I remember going down to the comment section. They're like, "Yeah, yo, the African guy is amazing." I'm like, "Yeah."
So it's funny with that. Like Saf, this is the second time I've done it with Saf, and the year before I was going to do it, and Saf was like, why did we just do it as a kernel? Let's see if what happens. So I did it as a kernel, and people loved it then, and he was like, "You're not doing this video as yourself ever again." He's like, "Nobody wants to see you." I was like, "Yo, but it's me." He's like, "No. If I ask you, it's the kernel. I don't want you. I just want the kernel."
Right? You don't want you. See?
Yeah.
Snap is smart. He knows where the odds are gonna go. He knows that we need the kernel.
He's like, I don't want to see you here at all in the first place. So yeah.
Oh God. Do you still have your Galaxy Fold?
No, I don't. I got the Galaxy Fold from Samsung. Had to send it back. I was going to buy a Galaxy Fold, and then they sent me the Star Wars Edition Galaxy Note 10. I'm a Note user, so for me the Note is still my thing. If the Galaxy Fold had a pen, or at least a future version has a pen, then I'm sold. Like
we talked about this before. Like, I think last time you were here, we talked about the possibility of the Samsung merging the Note and Fold lines, and there seems to be rumors that might indeed happen either later this year or maybe next year. So it could happen.
I mean, it could, especially with the rumors that the Galaxy Fold Z will have a thin glass layer on there, right? So they implement that in the Fold, and I think a lot of people need to understand I think I get what Samsung's strategy is. The rumors of the Fold Z, it's an 855 last year's processor, cheaper to put in there. Unlike, they're really juxtaposition against Motorola and saying, yeah, the Motorola Razr is cool nostalgia, but why would you pay 1,500 when most likely that device would be about around $800? Think about it. If the Galaxy Fold Z comes at $800, that would just destroy everything Motorola is trying to do.
I don't know if it would destroy, but yeah, it would seriously undercut Motorola's effort. But
I mean,
that phone's
it's
gonna sell on
$800,
bro. That Razr gonna sell on nostalgia alone, dude.
No, it will sell on nostalgia and it will end on nostalgia. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Can't argue that.
The Fold Z. Think about it. The Fold Z. If it's, I don't know when it launches. Let's say it launches around. It won't launch around the same time as the Galaxy S20 because you need to give it some space. So let's say it launches in May, right? May or late April. By December, you probably will find places where you can get the Fold Z for 600 if it starts at 800.
True.
It's a $600 foldable device.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy, man.
Because for them, I think the Fold Z and the Galaxy Fold basically cover the same strategy as the S and the Note for them. One's a tablet, one's a regular phone, and for them it calls it a day. And I think there, they have something that I think people will like in the long run. All depends, if they have no issues or anything like that. But I think the strategy in terms of what they're trying to do is sound. I'm just afraid for Motorola because they have a solid device, but
yeah, we'll find out. Especially now that it's been indefinitely delayed and all that good stuff. So we don't even know when that's coming to market. So who knows? But before we get out of here, though, we got to talk about the Galaxy S20. But we cannot talk about the Galaxy S20 with Thunder E. We need the kernel to talk about the Galaxy S20.
All right, let me find the kernel.
See
if he's around. See if he wants to chat for a little
Call
bit.
the kernel for me, baby. Call the kernel for me.
And I'll be back. I'll be back to see if he's around.
All right. So while we wait for the imminent arrival of the kernel, how are you all liking the podcast tonight? Are y'all enjoying the podcast? This is amazing, man. Like I said, my man Thunder E, one of my favorite tech creators, man. This dude has been doing it for so long. Although he's wrong about AirPods, but I mean, we all can't be right? We all can't be right all the time. So I mean, it is what it is. But now we get to have a visit from the kernel. Oh, I am definitely jacked for this. I might be crying under my sunglasses after this is all said and done. This is good. This is about to get very, very interesting here in a minute. I don't know how many of you all are familiar with Thunder E content or not, but if you are not familiar with Thunder E content, you are in for a treat because the kernel is unlike anything you've seen on Tech YouTube. It's just fucking amazing. Amazing. This is going to be good. I'm just saying, this is going to be very, very good. Oh. Joseph, that'd be so funny if the kernel loved the AirPods Pro. That would be funny. Yo, skip the Pro. Yo, he's wrong, man. He's wrong about the AirPods Pro. I love him, but he's wrong about the AirPods Pro. They're not nearly as bad as he thinks they are. But it's okay, though. It's okay. They're not for everybody. That's all right. That is okay. Tech guy, Smart Pie, what's up, man? Valentine's Day will go. Oh, man. Yeah, that would go. That's right. See, Zach understands. Epic is about to happen for sure, dude. This podcast is about to get uber lit here in a minute. I'm just saying, prepare yourself. Don't be eating nothing. Don't be drinking nothing because this is going to be funny.
Hello? Is this
Vipa! Oh, the kernel was not brown.
Yes! My guy. Cheers. Let's drink.
Yeah, baby. Let's go. I got you. Yes.
Thank you very much. I heard you wanted me on the show tonight. So what's going on? I was busy. My second wife. I had to make sure, baby, I'm coming. Don't worry. Relax. So, and Viper, how can I help you? What can I do for you tonight?
Yo, Colonel, I hear that you're into tech, and we know that Samsung is having their Unpacked event next week. Or next month, actually, and they're going to be unveiling the Galaxy S20 line. So what are your thoughts?
S20. Me, I only do the S20 Ultra. I don't do S20.
Yes.
S20 is for small children, right? Okay. Small children get the S20. Then my wives, I told you I have like 6 or 7 wives. So, right now, my second wife, I give her the S20 Plus, right? The first wife, I gave her Galaxy Fold last year. She broke it. She said it was faulty. I said no. You know, so it's on timeout. But S20 Ultra, that's my own special type of phone. You know why I like the S20 Ultra, right?
Why is that?
So, you know, it's going to have a 108 megapixel phone, right?
Yeah.
Camera, right?
Right.
Because, you know, I love my face. I'm very sexy. I'm a sexy guy. Thank you. So when I take that picture, you know, I just look fine. I look sexy in there. And then, you know, but the best thing about the phone, right? You get, you know, the fingerprint sensor, right? You can use 2 finger, right? Because, you know, I have many wives. I don't want them to see my secrets. I don't want to see my secret. I need to use 2 finger so I can block it because it's dangerous. It's very dangerous out there. I'm just telling you, look, a little advice for you, man. You know, honestly, stick to one wife. It's a lot of headache. It's very painful. Anyway, you know what? I see there are people here. Viper, can we get some questions from the fans?
Oh, absolutely. If
please,
anybody got questions for the Colonel, let us know.
Ask the corners some questions. You know, I know. Oh wait, so did he say 7? Of course, I said 7 wives. I mean, what is wrong with you? I mean, look at man of my status or the status. So, you know, I mean, I'm a very powerful individual. I run a country. Okay, thank you. Yes.
Yo, Colonel, yo. I saw the collab that you did with Super Staff when you were talking about the Galaxy phone, man. That was brilliant, baby. That was brilliant.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. I'm having connection. You know how it is. You know, there's breeze outside, and you know, right now, you know, in the jungle is very hot. So, what were you saying? What's the question again? Sorry.
I saw the collab that you did with Super Staff talking about the Galaxy Fold, man. You think like you were loving that fold, bro?
Of course, I love the phone. See, I told you I gave it to my first wife, and she just spoiled the phone. I mean, that phone is, you know, it's just beautiful. You know why I love the Galaxy Fold, right? You know, I say I have 7 wives. Right now, I only have 4 wives I've given phone. The other 3, they have to wait. So I can split them 4-way and just talk. You know, I'll organize all the wives in there. But you know what I also like at that device. What's the question? Later case of Pitaka. You know, before I even make an answer to that, let me just put it out there. Pitaka, Lou, if you want me to endorse your case, just send me some cash. Seriously. It's very simple. Then I can help you decide which is the better case. I understand, Zach. That's a very good question, but sometimes you need to grease the palms. Just, you know, oil the fingers a little bit so that I can answer that question greatly because it's very difficult. It's a very difficult question. Times are hard.
We got somebody in the chat that want to know how many kids you got, bro.
No comments. I don't talk about my children in public.
You know, I respect that.
Don't talk about my children in public, okay? I mean, I'm just saying, let's keep it very basic here, okay? Very basic, you know. But anyway, so yes, questions. What are questions we have? I see one from Connor. Do you like chicken as much as Connor Sanders? I mean, Connor Sanders, that guy is a quack. I mean, he stole my great grandfather recipe of chicken. If you come to Singala, I will roast you some chicken outside, solid chicken with pepper and spices, right? Just, you know, your mouth just go like, it's very sweet, tantalizing chicken. But anyway, I was going to say, you know, I'll put this out there for you people, right? Connor's going to have a video. He's going to have a video coming out, you know, for Valentine's Day. I'm going to give you guys a very exclusive interview of myself, interviewing myself, because that's the only way we can do it. So stay tuned, though. It's going to be very tantalizing because you want to know there's going to be some hot Valentine's Day tips. You're going to need it when you're out there. If you need any love questions, I can answer those too. I'm a love expert. As I said, I have 7 wives.
Hey, Colonel, man. I heard that there was a lot of sex tech at the CES. So did you see any of that? What were you thinking about that?
Yes. I saw them. I mean, we are very progressive. We are a very progressive country. It's good for, you know, all these kind of technologies that, you know, help people. No, look, I don't have problems. Some people have problems. He's fine. It's okay. If you have problems, go and use some help. It's just simple, you know. Help is there. That's necessary. But, you know, I saw somebody was very fascinating. You know, it was very fascinating technology. Like there's one where it's like remote control. You just, you know, you press the button. And if, you know, like, you know, I travel a lot, I'm always everywhere. And then I can, you know, take care of my wife in the house. So, I mean, all that tech was just fantastic. I mean, share. I really like it. Shares to the person. Very good stuff.
Oh, my God. No.
Let's see. Well, Jeno said Goku or All Might. I mean, I like both of them. I mean, Goku is my guy, you know. But you know what? Let them fight first. Let them fight. We'll see. We'll see who wins in the first place.
Yo, Colonel, we know we got a lot of smartphones coming out this year. So which one are you looking forward to most?
The one that's free. Look, I run a very, very, very tight kingdom. There's a lot of a lot of mouths to feed. I can't be buying cell phone all the time. It's difficult. Okay, that's why I said, yeah, Zach. Remember, tell Lou or Pataka, just grease the fingers. just grease it. You know, see, there's friction. There's friction on my fingers. I need oil. I need something to oil it, so I can feel very tantalizing. But there are many phones this year. I'm very interested in what Samsung is doing, that S20 Ultra. I mean, some of the features in the Ultra, right? Like that. So, for instance, they say it has a zoom lens, periscopic zoom lens, right?
Right.
Sometimes, people don't understand this. I'm a very good military tactician. So when you're fighting in the jungle, right, you want to see deep inside your enemy territory, you can use that zoom lens and just go inside like that, and you can see your enemy. I'm telling you, this phone is for warfare. Zoom lens, 108 megapixel. You can capture secret data, and then you also have the two fingerprints for security like this. Two security. I'm telling you, I'm very excited with it. Plus, the battery is supposed to be big, 5,000 mph. Is it milliamp? What milli or mph? What do you call it again?
Million mph.
Yes, milli mph. Okay, that too. Yes, but yeah, let's see what do we have. What's this? Which is better, killing a lion with your bare hands or making sweet love with a random woman in KFC parking lot? Travis, stop chasing women in KFC. Stop it. I know you saw Tonda E. I did not give you the advice I gave you. Stop it. See, Travis, you know what I like? I like to kill the lion first. Then I go home and my wives are waiting for me. That's how you do it. Just take it easy, Travis. It's okay. KFC is not the place for making love. Am I looking forward to the OnePlus 8? You know what, tech guy? I don't know, because they released the 1.8, then they give us the OnePlus 8T Pro, T Plus Pro plus 7. Sometimes OnePlus, I don't understand those guys. They make phone and then they change the phone, and then they make a lesser one and change it again. So I think I'll just wait. I'll wait till the end of the year for the OnePlus, maybe 7T Pro that has that window. The window that closes the camera at the back, right? Yeah, just have the window. That's the one I wait for. When they make that one, I want it in special Singala colors: red, orange, right? Red and orange. Maybe some green inside. Just to mesmerize it a little bit. Something nice and sexy. Yes. Any more questions? Oh, okay. Wait. What about Popeyes? Seems appropriate. No. I mean, Popeyes can get greasy. Not the kind of greasy I like. I told you I like to grease my finger. Not like that.
No, I think
maybe Chick-fil-A.
I think you're talking about chasing women at Popeye.
No, Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. I mean, Travis, you can find your sugar mama there if you want.
Oh yeah, we had your fast here.
Miaraza Cornell. I mean, okay, bro. I know you're speaking patois. Thank you for the yes, just thank you, because I forgot what I was going to say in the first place.
So I'm curious, what does the Colonel think about iPhones?
So I know Tonda E does not like iPhone.
Right.
Does not like iPhone.
Not at all.
See, the Colonel is, it's okay. I mean, it's fine. There are many women that have iPhone. They are beautiful women. So iPhone is good too. Then, if there's beautiful women in iPhone, there's a beautiful iPhone. Yes.
So I know you've heard about the clamshell Galaxy Fold that's coming. Are you interested in that device?
I mean, so I heard the rumors is going to be $800. I don't like cheap things, but and again, like when did I go back to to village style phone? I mean, we have left those days. Be opening phone like this, almost break your finger. I mean, come on. You just see cell phone. You just press and you enter. You're inside. Simple. I don't want to be, if I flip it, I can break the phone. The phone can fall on the ground. So I don't need it. I don't need it.
All right, we got to get the Colonel's opinion on self-driving cars.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, there are a lot of stupid people out there that can't drive. So anything that, keeps me and my family safe on the road is good. I mean, I don't drive myself. I have drivers. So, to me, it's like having a, driver that I don't have to pay. Driver costs money. So this is, what, Elon Musk. Elon, please call me because, I need some of that, that grease.
No doubt. Oh, we got a question from Michael here. It says, does the Colonel use noise cancellation on his AirPod Pro to block out his 7 wide voices when he's had too much?
Look, my friend, Michael, I would have used the AirPods, but the noise is very strong. So I used the Sony, the big one, because I could not take it.
The big one.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't take it. It was too much. It was too much. You try having 7 wives. See how it is. I'm telling you. See, I'm looking at you, Michael Pepper. Try having 7 wives.
I ain't looking at you, Michael Pepper. Looking at you. Oh man, yo, Colonel, man, I appreciate you joining us, man. For the people that want more to Colonel, are you gonna give away your location, or do they got a hunt for you, bro?
Man, this whiskey is very nice, though. I mean, just very strong whiskey. Before, I know you're asking where you can find me. I mean, Booredatwork is where I have my second job. I'm not poor. It's just, I like to help the people. So you can find me on Booredatwork. Once in a while, I do video. I'm expecting my good friend Pablo Escobar's brother to send me my tablets, my foldable. So when that drops, I think I'll drop a video on Booredatwork so you can see that. Just show you people, because sometimes you need high-end tablets, gold around, looking very shiny and sexy. And then sometimes you see me on Instagram. So people tell me what kind of content do you want me to make? I mean, I know a lot of you love me in the bathtub, but I have enough wives, so stay to yourself. Stay to yourself. I cannot marry you.
You know what? Me, you, and Thad, we all got something in common. We wear sunglasses inside. Can you explain to the people, please, why it's okay to wear sunglasses inside?
I mean, my eyes are glorious. I mean, I can't look. These eyes are sexy. I look, Viper. You understand how it is. Oh, yeah. When you don't wear sunglasses. First of all, if I look at you, you might melt. That's just the first thing. Second, I'm saving you from yourself. I don't want you because anytime I take off my sunglasses, all these babes, they start drooling like, Cornell. I was like, no, stop. So the sunglasses is even for my protection.
Oh my God.
I have to keep myself safe.
Of course.
It's very difficult. It's very difficult.
Ooh, speaking of protection, I got a real one for you here. I don't know how abreast you are on this news about the Apple versus the FBI, with the FBI wanted to unlock iPhones and things like that, and Apple refusing to unlock iPhones. So where does the Colonel stand on this debate between Apple and the FBI?
I mean, let's be honest. In Singala, we had a case like that too. But I reached out to some Russian guys, and they helped us unlock, the criminal's iPhone. But I also understand Apple's opinion. It's a business. You cannot be giving it to everybody. It's just like that. You can't just hand it out. Apple does not send me free iPhone. If Apple sent me free iPhone, I'll be on Apple's side in this video. But right now, I'm in the middle because Tim Cook, call me. Let's have dinner. You're paying though. I'll tell you the restaurant.
Anybody else got any other question for the Colonel before we get out of here?
I see a few. There's one from Genosis, and then Michael Pepper. Genosis says, Colonel, before the 7 wives was shitless, now he's got to wear them. You know what? You're a very smart child. Sometimes, marriage can bring a lot of crying. Not for me. Just say, with 7 wives, it's tough. I think I'm drinking too much because I'm just talking a lot now. I'm spilling all my family secrets.
Are you looking at wife number 8, baby?
No, 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 no.
That was your
I
magic
mean,
number
I
there.
mean,
Okay.
I mean, you want me? Do you want me to tax my people more? The country's on a budget. Come on, we can't do that. That's very evil. That's a evil thing to do. Yeah, I mean, look. So somebody's laughing here. I said Instagram. Yeah, it is called Instagram. I don't know where you see the I. It's not IN. It's HIN. Instagram. I mean, I like Instagram. Oh, it's very nice. I can put my picture up there. You know, you can just talk to people left and right. This is a beautiful place. I love it. Are you Viper? Are you on Instagram?
I am actually.
I mean, I don't follow you on Instagram. That's a travesty. What's wrong with this guy at Booredatwork in the first place?
I don't know. Man. I don't know.
Need to follow Viper on Instagram. Anyway, people, yeah. Any more questions before I leave? Let's say I have only one wife and 3 pairs of shades for some reason. You're doing no, I don't actually. You know what? I was going to say you're doing something wrong, but it's nice. I actually have 12 shades in case I add more wives, just in case.
Yeah, you gotta have all the shade, baby, all the shade.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh man.
Yes. So that's. I mean, that's. I think that's pretty much it.
Will
Favorite brand of shit. Of course, it means Ray-Ban.
of course.
Look at my face. Look at this. Look at this face. Can you see his genosis?
Can we expect an appearance from the Colonel at the Samsung Unpacked event next month?
You know what? Let me ask this guy if he's bought my ticket because it's possible.
Did enjoy it.
I mean, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the podcast. It's very nice.
Travis
Tinder Craigslist. Travis has improved, bro. Before it was Popeyes. But Travis, Craigslist can get you killed.
Right.
Just be careful. Careful with Craigslist. I mean, Travis, I understand, you're moving up in the world, but I tried Craigslist. I had to fight out.
Yo, who is the Colonel's favorite YouTuber?
I mean, the Colonel does not like playing favorites. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm under contract with Booredatwork. So I cannot over specify. I mean, I like watching a lot of people. I like watching people a lot. But actually, one of my very favorite YouTuber, is this guy called Big Jar. Can't watch his channel. This guy from California makes some very funny videos. His name is Big Jar. Check him out. You laugh and laugh. It's not for children, though. Definitely not for children.
I don't think anything's left for children on YouTube.
No, it's not for children. Yeah, actually, if you're 21, it's probably not for you too.
Genosis wants to know your drink of choice.
Oh, it's not Hennessy. I'm drinking. This is Johnny Walker Gold.
Ooh, nice.
Gold. You see my glasses rims, gold, all the time.
The Colonel like that talk tech. we got a question.
I mean, Zach, we love you. Don't worry. We love your content. We love you. I know you did not spot the Colonel out there. I know. Look, don't be afraid. Next time, just come over. We can talk.
All right.
It's okay.
Right. He's approachable. He's good.
It's all right. I mean, maybe because I was not wearing, I took my shades off, right? That's why I was in disguise. So Zach, he was like, okay, maybe that's not him. I get it.
All right. And on that note, we're going to let the Colonel go because he's a busy man. I don't want to hold him up. He got country to rule. He got people to kill. We got to do all that stuff, though. We got to get up out of here. So shout out to my man, the Colonel Thingala. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank my man.
Follow Booredatwork because
thank Booredatwork. Appreciate
that's where he is, in the first place.
That's right. Tell my man Thunder E out there. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate him, no doubt.
I'll send the messages, and I mean, stay tuned, people. Connor will have a video. Right. I think I'll give you guys some dating advice because Travis has been asking me a lot of questions. These Popeyes and Tinder and Craigslist stuff. It's got my brain sparking. I'll give you guys some dating advice, some technology advice, and but first, make sure you keep watching Viper's channel because I'm loving this guy. His questions are he gives some very nice questions.
Appreciate it, man.
I love the channel. I'm enjoying this place. I was going to be here for only 30 minutes, by the way, but time has extended, so
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for watching on YouTube tonight. For those of y'all that super chatted, thank you for supporting. I appreciate you guys. For those of y'all listening on audio only, I will have the Kernel and Booredatwork information in the show notes, so be sure to check that out. If you want to support the podcast, there will be links in the show notes for that as well. But we will be back next week with another episode of VypDrive. There's a possibility that my next guest might be Marquez Brownlee, so that might be happening. I don't know. But until next time, people, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.